Hello students. Yesterday we discussed about force acting on a charge which is moving in a magnetic field. Okay. आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे उस फोर्स के डायरेक्शन के जो फोर्स अपीयर होता है उस चार्ज पर, तो उस फोर्स का डायरेक्शन क्या होता है, व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ दैट फोर्स. ओके. रिकॉल द फार्मूला ऑफ फोर्स एक्टिंग ऑन अ चार्ज क्यूब which travel with a velocity v and makes a theta angle with magnetic field v. Okay, F equals to q will be sin theta. Now if we take a plane, in which our magnetic field and velocity is shown, then the force acting on that charge will be perpendicular to that plane. Okay, this is a plane and assume this is the direction of b. This is the direction of b. Okay, now this is the direction of v. This is the direction of v, and this is the angle theta between velocity and magnetic field. Okay, now then what is the direction of force? Direction of force will be perpendicular to that plane for positive charge. Okay, this is figure number A and this is F. Now if we look the direction of force for negative charge, then the direction of force for negative charge will be perpendicular to downwards of the plane. Okay, this is the perpendicular to upward from plane, and the at this time when our charge is negative, then this is our magnetic field, this is our velocity which makes theta angle with b. Okay, now this time our direction of force will be perpendicular to downwards the plane. Okay, downwards means in this way. Okay, this is figure number B. Okay, this is our plane, these are our planes. Okay, so this is the direction of force. The direction of force is given by right hand screw rule. Right hand screw rule. What is the right hand screw rule? Right hand screw rule means okay. So this is right hand screw rule, where when you make your right hand like this, that means the direction of thumb represent the direction of force acting on a charge. Okay, the direction of force represent direction of thumb represent direction of force acting on a charge. That means this is the direction of force by thumb, and the folded fingers represent this plane, the folded fingers represent magnetic field and velocity in this plane. Okay, that means this is the direction of force represented by thumb. Okay, now this is your by this way you can easily find out your direction of force acting on a charge. Okay, I hope you understand. Now if you make a statement about direction, the direction of force acting on a moving charge on a moving charge with velocity v in a magnetic field B is perpendicular to that plane where magnetic field and V exist. Okay, this is your statement of direction. The direction of force acting on a moving charge with velocity v in a magnetic field B is perpendicular to that plane where B and V exist. Okay. Now, students, now we discuss about definition of B. Okay. First of all, for definition of B, we have to write our formula of F, which is QVB sin theta. Okay. Now we take some cases. We assume our velocity is 1 meter per second. Okay, and our charge is 1 coulomb. Okay, and the theta is 90 degree, Then what will be the value of sin theta? Sin theta will be 1. That means when we put these numericals value in this equation, then our equation become like F equals to B. Okay, F equals to B or B equals to F. Now that means our magnetic field is the force experienced by a unit charge. Okay, our magnetic field is the force experienced by a unit charge moving with a unit velocity, and when it makes 90 degree with the magnetic field. Okay, that means a magnetic field is the force experienced by experienced by unit charge experienced by unit charge experienced by unit charge when it moves perpendicular perpendicular when it moves perpendicular to B, to magnetic field when it moves perpendicular to magnetic field with unit velocity okay, this is the definition of B. Okay, so I hope you can understand. When we make our velocity 1 meter per second and we take our charge as 1 coulomb and we make our theta is 90 degree with respect to our magnetic field, then our force become equals to magnetic field. That means magnetic field is the force experienced by a unit charge when it moves perpendicular to the magnetic field with unit velocity. Okay, this is the definition of B. Now we discuss about some special cases when theta makes impact on the force acting on a charge. Okay, now students, we discuss some special cases related to theta. Okay, we know that our formula of force acting on a charge in a magnetic field is QVB sin theta. Okay, our case first is when charge moves along with magnetic field B. That means when this is the direction of magnetic field and when the charge will also directed towards magnetic field along with magnetic field with velocity v. That means this charge makes 0 degree angle with this magnetic field. Okay, that means theta equals to 0. And when you put theta equals to 0 in this equation, then your whole equation becomes 0. Okay, because sine 0 equals to 0. Okay, because sine equals to 0. And when we multiply 0 with all these terms, then all these terms will all these terms become 0. That means f equals to 0. Our case second is when charge moves perpendicular to magnetic field B. Magnetic field B. Okay, that means theta will be 90 degree. Now the case is when our magnetic field in this direction and our charge moving direction is 90 degree with magnetic field. That means this one. Okay, that means this one, and this is the charge. Okay, that means this charge moving direction makes angle with B is 90 degree. And when we put theta equals to 90 degree in this formula, then our equation become QVB. Okay, because sin 90 equals to 1, and this is the maximum value of force acting on a charge in a magnetic field. Okay, this is the maximum force. This is a maximum force. Okay, so I hope you understand. Now case third is when a non-moving charge, when a non-moving charge placed in a magnetic field, in a magnetic field, okay, when we put a non-moving charge in a magnetic field, that means if this is a magnetic field, this is a magnetic field B, okay, and we put a charge Q at this point, okay, then this charge experience no force because at this point the velocity is zero. At this point the velocity is zero. That means V equals to 0. V equals to 0. And when V equals to 0, our whole equation becomes 0. That means force acting on a charge will also 0 in a magnetic field. Okay? This is your special cases. So, I hope you understand. These some other special cases about charge which is placed in a magnetic field. Okay. Now, we will discuss unit of B. Unit of B. Now, we will talk about unit of B. You know that F equals to QVB sin theta. That means if we put theta equals to 90 degree, then our force become QVB. Okay. Now, V equals to F upon QV. What is the unit of force? Unit of force is Newton. Okay. Unit of charge is Coulomb, and unit of velocity is meter per second. Meter per second. That means the unit of magnetic field is Newton second upon Coulomb meter. Okay. Newton second. Newton second. We can also write as this. This is the unit of B. This is the unit of B. This is the unit of B. Okay. Now this is also 1 Tesla equals to 1 Tesla. Okay. Now this is the unit in SI. SI unit of B is Tesla. SI unit of B is Tesla, which is same, and in CGS its unit as in CGS unit of magnetic field. Unit of magnetic field is Gauss. Gauss. Okay? Gauss. And 1 Gauss equals to 10 to power minus 4 Tesla. 10 to power minus 4 Tesla. This is the unit of B. Now, our new topic is motion of a charge in a magnetic field. Okay, so let's see what's happened when a charge in motion in a magnetic field. We draw a magnetic field like this. Okay, this is only a diagram to represent magnetic field. Okay. Okay, now we take our charge Q, which is in motion in a magnetic field in a circular way. In a circular way. when it moves in a circular way, that means at this point, the direction of motion of charge is like this, okay, and at this point, same as you studied earlier in circular motion, okay, the direction of motion of the charge at this point, this, and at this point the direction of charge is this, and at this point the direction of charge is this. That means our direction of moving is anti-clockwise, okay. Now what is the force? You know that in circular motion the force acting is centripetal. In a circular motion, the force acting on particle is centripetal force, which is F equals to mv square upon r. That means if we assume this is the center of this whole circular path, and when charge makes a distance r with its center, then the force acting on a charge according to circular motion law, mv square upon r, where m is the mass of that charge and v is the velocity of that charge and r is distance of that charge from its center O. Now, but we studied few minutes ago that F equals to qvb, because if you see that the field of magnetic field, magnetic field direction is like this, okay, and the velocity, okay, makes 90 degree with this magnetic field. That means sin theta, if we talk about theta value, then sin theta will become 1 because it makes 90 degree with magnetic field, okay. That's we assume F equals to qvb. Now this is our first equation and this is our second equation. Now when we relate our these two equations, that means mv square upon r equals to qv and b, okay. mv square equals to qvb. That means if we talk about r, the value of r will be mv square upon qv. This is the relation of charge with respect to radius, okay. This is the relation of charge with respect to radius in a motion of charge in a magnetic field when it moves in a circular way, okay. I hope you understand. Students, our next topic is magnetic field due to a small current carrying conductor. Okay. In this figure, you can see this is a current carrying conductor which has a length dl. That means it has very small length. Okay, it has very small length. It is also called Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law. Okay, this experiment also called Biot-Savart law. Now, if you see, this is a very small current, small length conductor. That's why we denote this length as dl. Okay, dl means very small length. Now, in this small length conductor, a current I passes through in this direction. Okay, and a point P at some distance r from this conductor is placed in a plane. Okay. Now, our task is to find out magnetic field due to this current carrying conductor on this point. Okay, on this point. Now, for this, according to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field exerted at a point P is proportional to some specific components. Okay, and what are the components? Let's see. B is firstly proportional to the current flowing in this conductor. That means B proportional to I. B is proportional to I. Okay. The second thing is B is also proportional to the length of conductor, that means dl, that means dl. And the magnetic field also proportional to the sine of angle made between this conductor and the point P, that means sine theta. And the B is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between wire and the point. Okay, that means if you summarize these points, then we have equation like B proportional to I dl sine theta upon r square. Okay, r square. Now you know that when any proportion eliminate, then we have a constant. We have a constant, that means B equals to K I dl sine theta upon r square. And what is the K? K is mu 0 mu naught upon 4 pi. Okay, this is the constant value, and mu naught is permeability of a free space, in a free space. Okay, permeability of material in a free space. Ideal sine theta upon r square. This is your Biot-Savart law. This is your Biot-Savart law. Okay. Now we discuss, if you see properly, then you find some similarities between this and Coulomb's law. Okay, in Coulomb's law, the distance between particle and charge also, this inversely proportional of distance between them, and there was also a constant. There was also constant which was 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and epsilon naught is the permittivity in a free space. Okay, and this is also permeability in a free space. That means these two law is similar in some manners. Okay, we will discuss similarities and dissimilarities between electrostatic and this Biot-Savart law in next topic. Okay, in this next chapter.